What's up, Sun Rays? Welcome back to the channel. It's Ray. If you're new here, welcome. Today we're going to be tackling this hair. Yes, we're going to be detangling because this is like a 6 or 7 day wash and go, and it definitely has tangles in it. What we are going to be using today is the pattern Detangling Nectar. So this has been out for a while, but it's new to me. I just got my hands on it this past Black Friday. It was a doorbuster. I got it for 40% off, so I snatched it. And if you guys tried to get this over Black Friday, a lot of the times it was sold out. But when I saw that doorbuster, I snatched it up. So I wanted to go ahead and give it a try today. So you guys know that I used to have some pattern products back here. So I like pattern. The products that I've used, I've liked the conditioners. I like the one that I use as a co-wash. I actually really like the mousse. The only thing that I tried that I want to try again because it didn't quite come out the way I wanted was the hard hold gel. I like the fluffiness that gel gave me and things like that, but I just need to tweak it a little bit, and Pattern did get in my comments and tell me some things that I could do to, you know, make it work for me a little bit better. But all the other things I've tried, I have liked. So I'm hoping that I really like the nectar. So this says it is a detangling nectar. It's supposed to separate and soften, okay? So it says it's formulated for curlies, coilies, and tight textures. When your strands want ease and definition, our detangling nectar glazes the curls to ease combing through knots and coils, seeking their independence. This slippy formula is crafted from sea moss, aloe vera, and grapeseed oil to leave hair with shine and hydration. Prepare strands for smooth, defined curls and keep your texture juicy and joyful. So it's supposed to be slippy. It's supposed to leave shine. It's supposed to leave hydration. It's supposed to smooth and define the curls. And it's supposed to make ease in combing. So we're gonna see if all those things are true. Okay. So it says suggested use. Apply to wet or dry hair, evenly section hair before distributing formula. Apply product on each section from roots to ends. Detangle hair from ends to roots with pattern wide tooth comb or pattern shower brush. So I don't have the pattern comb or brush. I'm going to use what I have here. And then it says pro tip, spray each section with the hydration mist before applying detangling nectar for enhanced slip. And I don't have the hydration mist, so keep that in mind, okay? It's paraben free, SLS and SLES free, gluten free, phthalate free, formaldehyde free. So do want to let you know that it does have glycerin in it if you are interested. And yeah, okay. So we heard the claims, we know what it's supposed to do. So we're gonna see if we can get it done. Let's see if I can get it open. You try to open it and you end up breaking the top. Hold on. Now it opens and squirts all on me. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're gonna let that slide. We're gonna let that slide. Okay, got it open. So there's the texture. Okay, so very, very thin and liquidy. I'm just gonna smooth that on there. Don't worry about that. I'm just gonna smooth that on there. Okay, so it did say you can use it on dry or wet hair. So y'all know me, I'm gonna do both for you guys because that's what I do. So my hair is dry right now. And guys, don't manipulate your hair. Try not to manipulate your dry hair because that's when you can get a little bit more breakage, especially if your hair is fine. My hair is a little bit coarser, so it can take a little bit more handling than some people's hair, and I don't do it all the time, so I think my hair will be okay. So got it in 4 sections. So this is, ooh, as y'all can see, it is tangled, especially on the ends. 6 or 7 day wash and go. I've already said that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try it on dry hair first in small sections, like it said. Okay, being gentle. And guys, I always pull down on my hair first, even when I'm in the shower and I'm getting my hair wet. I'm pulling down on it because that's going to help lengthen it, help get any loose, you know, hairs out, and just kind of help with the detangling process. So that's what I do. Okay, so let's get the nectar. And I'm going to take 1 pump first. Put it on my hair. It's a little bit sticky, but not as sticky as some. I'm going to use my fingers first, as I always do. Here's my wide tooth comb. She said use a wide tooth comb. So okay, I'm gonna do another section. Because this is my easiest section. Okay, so go in with another section that's a little bit thicker and a little bit more tangled. Okay. Guys, when you're doing this on dry hair, especially if it looks like you want to pull a piece and it doesn't want to come, part of it's up there, part of it's up there, just go ahead and take all the piece. Don't try to rip it apart. Just don't force your separation. Let your hair tell you where to separate it, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so my hair is very, very dry, as y'all can see, and it needs some moisture. So take another, and I'm using 1 pump, and I'll add more if I need to add more. The consistency is very thin, so once you put it on your hair, it does feel like your hair is a little bit more moist, but it doesn't feel like coated like some of the other detanglers, in my opinion. This is very much thinner, lighter weight consistency. So don't expect that same coverage or coated feeling that you get with some of the other ones. Trying to think of what this reminds me of. I know some people said that it's similar to the Just For Me or the African Pride or even the Nature's Little Secret. I don't think so. I think the texture is different, and you can see that by how thin it is. It is more watery, more look at that, more there. Those are thicker, more slimier. This isn't really slimy like that. It's more watery and just like a thin serum-y type consistency, in my opinion. Anyway, it's hard to describe, but it definitely doesn't give me the same feel as those. It's very thin. Feels like you're just putting a really light, like now my hair feels like I just sprayed like a little water on it. So it just feels a little damp, a little juicy, a little more pliable, where now I can detangle. It doesn't feel overly coated. It doesn't feel real slimy, like you're gonna have to wash a whole lot of stuff off of it or anything like that. It definitely has, well, I'm not gonna blend. I was gonna say it definitely has a little stickiness to it, and it makes my hair feel a little thicker, so it's hard. It feels like my hair is really thick for the comb to go through, but I'm not gonna blame it on this because it actually could be what I had in my hair just activating. But my hair does feel like it is thicker, like it's, I don't know, plumped up or something. So anyway, sorry guys, my camera thing popped open and I didn't want to have my camera or my SD card fall out. So, okay, so I know we usually do a detangling talk when I detangle my hair. Was that one pump or two? But I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I did want to ask you guys about the Super Bowl and if you actually watched it, because I did. And I was actually rooting for the Eagles. Well, I didn't really care who won, but after my husband kind of told me the background of the guys, the quarterbacks playing, because they both were black quarterbacks, then I said, oh, I'm gonna root for the Eagles because, you know, a couple of his coaches before he made it to the Eagles kind of gave up on him. He got there, now he's a quarterback for the NFL. And then not only that, but his agent is a black woman. And I just thought that was nice because a lot of people wouldn't, you know, give a black woman that much, you know, wouldn't trust a black woman to be their sports agent. You know, it's a football, still man's sport, as that, you know, although times are changing. But the fact that he gave this black woman a chance, I like that. So I was kind of rooting for him, and it was a good game. So let me know what y'all think. Have y'all done the research on the quarterbacks? But I like both of them. The other one is black too. He was good. I enjoyed it. So, okay. So got that side done on dry hair. So you saw how it worked. Now I'm going to do this side on wet hair because it said you can use it on wet or dry hair. So I want to know if you doing it on wet hair makes a difference. So I do have my bottled water here. This is warm water because I am low porosity. So I do have it available. And we're going to use it back here. I didn't tell y'all about the smell of this. So to me, light smell to me. It's not overpowering, but it definitely, get this started, it definitely is her signature scent. Tracy Ellis Ross's signature scent. Maybe in a lighter dose. Okay. All right, so 1 pump. Oh, hold on, guys. So here's my comb. This is the hair. That I got out of this section on dry hair. Yeah, I'm gonna do this section. Okay, let me do a bigger section. That was fairly easy, as you guys saw. And guys, I'm not drenching my hair, I'm just dampening it. It takes a lot to get my hair drenched anyway, but I'm just dampening it to make it a little bit more pliable. But you can see that my fingers are already going through it when my hair is wet. And that's why I feel like I don't really have to pre-poo all the time. I can just get in the shower and kind of wet my hair and run my fingers through it, and my hair will somewhat start to detangle on its own. I know that's not everybody's experience, so some people feel like they have to pre-poo. But I did have some gel in my hair too, so that helps my hair be a little bit more slippery when I wet it. So some of that is the gel reactivating. Now I will say that, like I said, some of it could be the gel reactivating with the water, but my hair, applying this does make my curls pop out a little bit. And guys, this side of my hair, which I probably should have switched, I probably should have did this side on dry hair and this side on wet hair, because this side of my hair is more, this side is a little bit kinkier and a little bit more temperamental than this side. So I probably should have switched that, but that's okay. The fact of the matter is I can still tell you the difference. So I do feel like, adding the water use your thumbs, guys, to get through your, or I use my thumb or my one finger to kind of break up some of that. I do feel like adding the water and then adding this, you get a different sound. You get kind of a squishy, foamy, soapy type sound when you add the water as opposed to when you don't. I didn't hear that sound on dry hair. I feel like it glides on. I feel like it's less sticky when you use water. My hands don't feel as sticky. And I do feel like the water does help with the glide. So when we talk about slip, Normally the feel that we're talking about is the feel that you have with the African Pride, with the Just For Me, with that. This does not have that same feel, and I think I've said that. It doesn't have that same thick, slippy feel like something is on your hair, helping your fingers slide down your hair. To me, it doesn't have that, but it definitely has the softening aspect where you can feel that it is loosening the curls. So it does have that to it, but it's not, sorry guys, my camera stopped. It's not the same. It does have, where did it cut off? Okay, so it doesn't have the same slip as some of those other ones, but it does have the softening properties where you can feel it softening your curls and loosening up the tangles. So in that respect, yes, you do feel, you know, a little bit of slip, but if you're looking for that type of slip, you might not find it with this. So you may feel like, I think those are a little bit more slippery. But if you can get past that, the feel of the slip is different, and just focus on whether your curls are being softened, whether they're being, not your curls, your tangles are being softened, they're being loosened up, you're still able to get your comb through easily. If you can focus on that instead, I think you'll find that this is not bad. So another one pump. Yeah, and it's much lighter. So if you're someone who likes lighter products, don't want your hair to be way down and heavy, you don't really like a whole lot of the stickiness on your neck and stuff like that. Like, I don't feel a whole lot of stickiness on my neck, then this will be for you. So here's how much I got from, did I clean out the comb before I started? This is how much I got from that section. Now again, that is a difference, but this side does tend to get more tangled. It is kinkier. It is my right side. It gets all the abuse, so I'm not surprised. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish these two real quick, and I'll be back and tell you my thoughts. Okay guys, so I have finished applying the product all over, and I'm just going to take these twists down so you guys can see. Remember, this was the back using water and the nectar. On this front section here, I used just the nectar. I did not wet it because I wanted to see how this side would do, being my better side, looser side, how this side would do with just the nectar. And so you can see the difference in how this hair looks as opposed to this hair looks when you use water. It is more defined. It feels more slippery, moisturized. And this side doesn't feel not moisturized. It just is not as defined because the water is not helping to define the curls. But it's definitely combed out as well. Now this back section is the section I used without water I wanted to do both sides without water just to see if there's a difference. And again, this side without water, since it has been sitting, it does look a little bit more defined, but definitely not as much as the side with water. And it is a little bit more sticky if you don't use water. I did this front section with water. And you can see that there is a little bit more definition and hang time on this front side with water. So you can kind of see the difference, right? So this is my hair. So let's talk about it. Oh, and then let me show you, here it is. So this side, this front section, here's the hair that was shed. And then this front section, here's the hair that was shed. So if you look at these two, that's not much difference, okay? You gotta remember this side, this front section, because it's parted on the side, it is a lot more hair than this side. And that's not much different. So to me, I got a little bit less shed hair when I used the water. But all in all, this is all of my shed hair after a 6-day matted wash and go. And I don't think that that's bad, 6 or 7 days. Okay, so about the product, I do feel like it does what it says. So it says that it glazes the curls to ease combing through knots and coils. I do think that that's true, and that is a good word for it. It glazes it. It doesn't coat it. It doesn't make it feel heavy and weighed down like some other ones. It just kind of glazes over it, softens the kinks and the curls to help you get through the tangles. It says this slippery formula is crafted from sea moss, aloe vera, and grapeseed oil, and because of that, I think that's why it's so light, and it leaves hair with a shine and hydration. Prepares strands smooth defined curls. I will say that it does give some hydration. You're not going to feel a whole lot of moisture. When you don't use water, you feel more of a sticky feeling, but when you use water and then this, you can feel some hydration, but I think that is because of the water in the hair, not necessarily the hydration from the product. But the product probably helps it and locks it in. The first 5 ingredients of this is water, glycerin, aloe leaf juice, extract, and then grapeseed oil. So I think it has some, really pretty good ingredients in it. And the more I touch it, the stickier my hands get because it's starting to dry on there. And like I said, I use it on dry hair. My thoughts and what I would say to you is I think it's a good pre-poo. If you're someone who has thinner, finer hair, I think you would really, really like this. I think it'll glide through your strands, no problem. If you're someone with thicker hair like mine, coarser hair like mine, and you're used to using those other pre-poos, this one, like I said, if you don't just think about how it helps to soften the curls and stuff like that, but if you want that same thick feel and you want that same slippery, sticky likeness, then you may say that this is just okay. But it does have really good ingredients in it. I think the smell is a lighter version of her signature scent, but I think it does what it says it's going to do. I think for the amount that you get is 12 ounces. It costs $25, although I got mine 40% off. You're looking at a little bit over $2 an ounce. I only used 1 pump, so I think that that's not too bad. I still have a whole lot left, but if you're someone with thicker, kinkier, tighter hair than mine and you deal with a lot of tangles, then you may need to use more pumps. So then with that being said, you may not find it, very cost effective, but that's just going to depend on how much that you use. But like I said, this is still pretty much a full bottle for me, and I got through my hair. Would I actually use this as a detangler? Would I repurchase it for a detangler? I probably wouldn't. I do want to use it on my son's hair though, because he's the one that I buy detanglers for and pre-poos for, which is his hair, and see how it works. And then I can better make my determination. But if I'm going to do it I know not to use too much. I wouldn't buy this for him because he's just too heavy-handed. He'd waste all of it. I'll go ahead with the less expensive brands. But I do want to see how it works on his hair. But for me personally, I probably wouldn't purchase it as a detangler, not because it didn't work, but because I just don't pre-poo that often, and because of the price. I want to try this as a leave-in. I saw a couple other people use it as a leave-in. They said they liked it as a leave-in, so we're going to see. So that's going to be my next thing. I'm going to try it as a leave-in. And then I also contacted Pattern and left a question on their site asking if you could use this as a styler. And they said absolutely you could use it as a styler. So for lighter, for thinner, finer, looser curly girls, you guys may be able to style with this. I don't know that I would, but a leave-in still can sometimes be a styler. So I may use it as a leave-in underneath another gel and just see how that works. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments section and I'll be happy to do that for you. But for me, I think it's a good pre-poo. It does what it says it's going to do. It has the good ingredients in it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wash this out of my hair, and I'm going to be back because I want to tell you how I feel about it after I rinse it out. How does my hair feel after it's been rinsed out? Does it rinse out clean? How does my curls look? Things of that sort. So just stay tuned. So I'm back, guys, and here's my final thoughts about the Nectar. I like it. So I got in the shower, rinsed it out. It was easy to rinse out. It rinsed out clean. My hair was still detangled. You saw where it was kind of frizzy up front where I didn't use water. And I got down there and I was thinking, and I didn't get right in the shower because my husband was in the shower, but I was thinking, man, I hope my hair doesn't tangle back up. Soon as the water hit it, the definition came right back to my hair. The tangles were not there. It just felt really good. It felt detangled. It felt hydrated. So I like it. I would recommend it, especially for the reasons that I stated earlier and for the people, the type of hair that I stated earlier. If I was someone who pre-pooed often, I would even repurchase it for myself. But I think this is going to last me a while unless I use it on my son. But he's off to college, so whenever he comes and wants me to do his hair. So this is going to last me a while, so I don't see myself repurchasing it anytime soon. But it's not because it's not good. It's because I don't do it that often. And when I do it, I probably will reach for this because I like it. I like the fact that my neck doesn't feel sticky with it. I like the fact that it's very light. I like the fact that it's in a pump and you don't have to scoop out and then it, runs down your hands and stuff like that. Now, you have to be careful with it because it is very loose, but those are things that I like about it, and I think other people would like that too. If you are someone, like I said, who loves to pre-poo, who loves that slippery, goopy-like consistency, this may be too light for you. But other than that, I like it. It did what it said it was going to do. The scent is light enough. It didn't bother me. I believe it rinsed out, pretty well and everything. So yeah, guys, these are my honest opinions about this. So I don't know what else to say about it. If you have any other questions that I didn't answer, leave it in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer it for you. If you've tried it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But I like it and I would recommend it, but I definitely would preface to people what the consistency is and what it is going to do for your hair or whatever. But yes, I definitely would recommend it. So that is it for this Detangling Nectar review. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.